if you have attended wedding ceremonies or watched wedding videos on YouTube, or someone, a friend, gave you their wedding video that you have watched, you probably heard this phrase before. Not at all weddings, but for most weddings, you will hear the preacher read something from the Bible, or they will paraphrase it, saying this: a man must leave his father and his mother to join with his wife, and both will become one. You will see this in the Old Testament and also in the New Testament. This is very important. But I don't know if we see it that way as a groom and as a parent. The groom probably thinking already about the honeymoon. So for him, may the priest finish quickly so they can leave. For the parents, they are in denial. They heard it and we just came out through here. But either you are the groom or the parent, you must pay very attention. You must understand this very well. That the day, as a parent, that the day your son is getting married, he is becoming the head of a new family unit. A head of a new family unit. That new family unit must operate in 99 or 95% case independently. For that reason, or because of that ordinance from the Word of God, there must be some boundaries. Yes, I say boundaries. Boundary concerning or regarding how the parent approach their son's marriage life. As a parent, if you don't understand this, you will become an intruder in your son's marriage life. Sometimes it is a hard truth to accept. I know. As a mother, you will say, or you will feel like, that baby that I carry in my womb for 9 months, that baby that you have changed diaper for, that boy that kept you awake many nights, that boy that got on your nerve many times, but you still love anyway, that son that you just cooked for yesterday. Now the preacher is saying that the son must leave and join his wife. I know it is a bitter pill to swallow. As a father, that son, that boy that you play game with in your backyard, on the front yard, or whatever, that boy that you used to do things with together, that boy that you went to fish with, that son that got on your nerve, but you still love him anyway. The preacher is saying that he is leaving to join with his wife and they become one. It is hard to accept. Yes, it is hard. But as a parent, mother and father, this is the painful reality you must understand. The first one you must understand regarding your son's marriage. If you don't, you will be violating the rule, and you will be violating the boundaries, and you will be acting as an intruder. I don't want that to happen to you. When I say that your son is now a part of a separate family unit, I am not saying that your son is no longer your son. No, that's what I'm saying. What I am saying, or what the Bible was saying, is that you must give them space. You must give your son space to run his new family. Sometimes, when some fathers or mothers visit their son, they like, why your wife is not doing this? Why your wife is not doing this? Why she's doing this? Why she is doing that? She must do it this way. She must do it that way. No. You are on another territory. You are in another kingdom now. Be careful trying to fix your son's marriage life. This house, your son's house, must not necessarily rule by the rule that you have at your house. This is a different dominion. There's a different factor that are working here. So you must be careful. The only thing you can do is to make wisely suggestions. And don't be surprised if your suggestions are not accepted. Always be mindful that from the day your son is married, he's become a separate family unit. He is the head of that unit. And know that there is never a two captain in the same boat. Your place here is not on the field. You have to be on the sideline. And if you make suggestions, it could be accepted or rejected. I know you probably gave him a good education. Did he accept them? Did he assimilate all the good education you have made available for him? If he didn't, he might suffer the consequences. But you cannot jump in to rule your son's marriage life. If you keep trying to interfere or to rule your son's marriage life, you are violating the autonomy of God that was put in place in Genesis 2, Matthew chapter 19, and Ephesians chapter 5. Your son must leave the father and the mother to join with his wife, and they become one. Pray for them so that they will be wise enough to seek advice from you or seek guidance from God, so they will succeed. If they succeed, you will still be proud of your son and be happy for them. Join them in a prayer instead. And unless they ask for your advice, don't just jump in. Be wise about how you approach your son's marriage life. He's still your son though, but he's no longer your little boy. I know it's hard. It is hard to accept, but that's the way the Bible wanted to. And we are not wiser than the Bible. So let's follow the concepts of the Bible and ask God to help us so all things will fall in place and we will give him glory. Because God is the one that put in place the marriage, and he wants us to be joyful, peaceful, lovely. A family is founded by God. God will take care of us if we together we seek God's advice in everything.